be in the booklets that come with all the DVRs that we're leaving with all the customers. Okay? See where I am on here? How's the fastest way out of this?
Live TV.
Live TV. See how easy that was?
I'll never forget that.
There you go. Okay. Now, sports fans, here's a great button. Skip back. Okay? Think of this as an instant replay button. Let's say you just seen a great play and you want to see it again. You hit the button, it backs it up 10 seconds so you can rewatch that play. Now, go into what you said about fast forwarding through commercials. On shows that you have recorded, okay, there is a skip forward button. Every push of this button will advance the screen by 30 seconds. And the reason it does 30 seconds are commercials are filmed in blocks of 30 seconds in 1 minute. So every time you push the button, it advances 30 seconds. Okay? Now, that's a different button than the back and the forward button. Okay? The forward button advances the screen up to live TV. With every push, the first time you push it, it will go 4 times as fast. It comes in great for, let's say you recorded a movie or a television show or it breaks the commercial, okay? You don't have to use the skip forward. Every time you push the fast forward, first time is 4 times as fast, second time is 15 times as fast, third time is 60 times, and the fourth push is 300 times. So let's say you were watching a show, you got like almost near the end, and then you accidentally hit live TV, and then you wanted to go back, and you accidentally start from the beginning, you would push that 4 times, it would zip the show right up very quick to where you just left off. Okay? All right. Now, you cannot. Yes,
does it go to where you left off? Because
it can if you stop the play. Okay, on a recorded show, if you go back into the DVR function of it, it will ask you if you want to resume playing or start over. Okay, does that help?
That didn't do it.
That
What button do I push to do that?
Okay, that again would be on the DVR feature. Okay, I'm going to start something recording just so I have something on here for after the news. Okay, right now this is recording. Now, speaking about recording, just so you know, the little red dot button on insert a show. Notice it says 2. The reason why is it's going to record on tuna 2, leaving tuna 1 free for you to watch something else while it's recording, or to record something else while that's recording. Okay? Any questions yet? Great. Okay. I'm going to get out of the guide. Back to view live.
Get to the fact that if you have a TV and one or
You'll only be able to watch the DVR to the television that it's attached to. It's not a multi-room.
You can't watch it in the bedroom.
No.
You can get another DVR.
Yes, you can upgrade to a second
So
DVR.
you gotta get a second DVR.
Correct.
And that would
And
cost,
record separately in the bedroom.
Yes, whatever you have in there will record on its own.
Okay.
how much is that?
2 seconds.
And how much is the regular channel?
$5.95.
$6.95 and $9.95
$6.95 and $5.
for the little guy. I just came. How you doing, Barry?
You want to put in a bedroom, how
Right.
much would it be?
She'll get to that one. I'm not.
The DVR is $9.95 a month, and the other one's $6.95, I think.
I can tell you anything about
So
using
it'd
the
be that-
system, but
At
as
plus
far
that
as
for your
pricing,
bedroom.
that's not for me.
So
An extra extra $9.95 per month, and you can get another DVR.
It'll go to number 2 by
For the
itself.
second one.
Yeah.
It's not that you set it for
So
number 2.
now when I go to watch it, how do I get it?
That's exactly
where
where I
have
was
the
going
problem.
to watch a show that you have recorded. On the remote control, there's a button that says DVR.
Okay,
When you hit the button, it takes you to the on-demand screen. Even though this is not the dish on-demand per se, pay-per-views and things like that, okay? The first one says My Recordings. My Recordings are the shows that you personally have recorded. So again, since that box is highlighted there, you use the select button to access it. Now, this is what I have started recording. The news, okay? I'm 6 minutes into it right now. If I want to watch that, I select that show. Notice here, I could start over, view where it is right now, stop a recording, or I could actually delete it, okay? But since I want to watch it, I want to watch something from the beginning, I'm going to start over, and I'm going to push the select. This is exactly where I started recording from, okay? You cannot delete something that is actually in progress playing. So if you're trying to delete a recording, you have to make sure it's stopped, okay? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to hit the stop button on the remote control, okay? I'm going to stop the recording. Now, if I want to delete the show, I'll go back into my DVR recordings, and, okay, when I select the show, notice now I have the option to delete it. Okay? There's no reason to save all episodes of the news. It'll be on every couple of hours anyway. You hit the button, you have to confirm. The reason why you have to confirm is so you don't accidentally erase a recording that you want. Now, if it is a recording that you are looking to keep, to save, and it's going to be for a while, okay, you can protect your recording. The reason why you would protect something is, as the hard drive fills up, it will start dropping off the older recordings to make room for the new ones.
Automatically.
Right, automatic, it's nothing that you
How
would do.
much does it hold?
So if you hit, okay, it will record 55 hours of high definition and 350 hours of standard definition.
Is it possible to take it from there,
Okay.
put it on USB and watch it on your laptop on a plane or something?
It is not, but Dish has an option. It's $40, and they activate a port that's on here, and you could transfer recordings to an external hard drive. However, the hard drive cannot be reformatted back. So once it's formatted for this, it stays in that mode. It will never go back.
But you can use that to play on your laptop, or no, only on the.
It's to extend the amount of recordings, actually. You can't take it, you can't load from this onto a separate device, storage device, except for the external hard drive. And that is only, like I said, for additional recordings. Like, let's say you hooked up a terabyte hard drive, then you might be able to convert the 55 hours to, let's say, 250 hours. And that's up to you. I personally don't know anybody that's doing it, but it is an option.
And that's $40 one-time fee, or?
Yes, it is a one-time fee.
You got a question on this?
So that is the one, you can turn the external receiver, the secondary receiver, the Wally.
No. That is in the future to convert that to a DVR type feature. But the reason of using an external hard drive is to extend the storage of the capacity of this.
On the DVR, it will work
Correct.
as an additional.
Right.
And you can only
Because
play
this-
on that DVR.
This hard drive will only hold 55 of HD 350 in standard.
Right.
So by adding, let's say, a 1 terabyte hard drive, you might be able to take the 55 hours and
Turn it into fivefold or whatever. Right.
it is. Okay.
Okay.
Isn't that copyright, isn't it copyright law, you're gonna be copying it down onto something, isn't that one of the reasons?
Well, copyright infringement is those are for movies. That's built into the
But
receiver
it's on
anyway.
TV shows too, you're not allowed
That's-
to copy, you're not allowed to.
Yeah, they have like it's called HDCP. That's why you can't go with the HDMI cable into a recording device such as a DVD recorder because it picks it up.
So can I take my hard drive after I save it onto the external hard drive, go to Mark's house and play it in his house?
I've never
But down
tried
here?
that, so I don't want to give you misinformation. I'm telling you that the hard drive, you would probably have to take your entire DVR over there and hope that he has a dish set up.
Well, yeah,
So-
he's in the same building.
Oh, and,
So-
okay, so it was in the building.
He's in the building. Let's say I want to go to his place because he has a bigger TV.
You're not coming to my place. I just want you to know that.
All right.
I'm coming. With my external hard drive.
That's right with his
Okay.
junk.
I'm gonna go back. Did I delete that recording?
Okay,
Yeah, you
No,
did.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
So I have 6 minutes on there.
so you have recorded 1 and 2.
I've only used one tuner.
Okay, but I have accidentally recorded 1 and 2. How do I get to 2?
Okay, it's not getting to 2 actually. It's when you pull up your
And you scroll
recordings,
through it, that's
it's
what
going to show you what is recorded on both 1 and
it
2.
will show
You
me
don't
as a
select.
Regardless if it's
Right.
1 or 2, it'll show you
Right.
the show.
Right,
That's what
everything
you do is
recorded.
But it only shows 6 of them. So does it scroll on down?
No, this is, oh, you mean over here?
Yeah.
Yes, there's a little arrow over here, so
And
if
it
this
will go
was-
to the number.
if this was fully populated, you just use your down arrow.
See, I don't watch any live TV. I hate commercials. So I record everything and then I watch it.
And then you watch it at your convenience. I understand. Yes,
But
this,
I couldn't get to the number.
you could have 173 different shows up here.
But how do I get to number 2?
How does
You would
she
just
move
use
it
the
down?
arrow. Let's say you recorded 3
You arrow
different
down.
shows.
It goes on
You
down.
arrow down.
Okay, okay.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go to another channel for a second. I'm gonna start recording. Okay, so we're gonna, this way you'll see 2 different shows up there,
Okay,
okay?
because I didn't know how to get to the other 2.
Actually, I'm gonna stop this one also. Okay, I'm gonna put on, channel 10. Okay, I'm gonna start recording this. This way you can see like a whole bunch of different things on there.
Well, you could record 2 things now because
Yeah.
the second tune is not in until 8 o'clock.
Well, right,
Right?
I'm gonna delete all the recordings
It's
that
not
are,
holding that tune.
that are on there right now.
It's not holding that tune until 2 o'clock, 8
No,
o'clock,
you see
right?
how I'm changing channels? If you notice here, the red light is still on, because it's still recording, but I'm changing channels here. And let's say I put on ESPN, okay, and I wanna record this as well, okay? Now, that's recording. I'm not saying TV two it up.
Yeah, sure, you got the second one.
Well, TV one is good on that.
It's a great feature.
Alright,
There's
so now I'm gonna
recording.
stop the recording anyway.
Stop right there. Stop the-
Alright, I stopped the other one. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the DVR button,
Okay.
and my recordings. Now you see how I have a bunch of different things up here. Like I said, this will, if you have 175 different things on here, this will tell you how many you have recorded.
Okay.
And then you use your arrows, you highlight whatever you want, okay? I gotta be in front of the DVR because it works on my site. You select whichever one you wanna record, you push the button, and you start, delete, or whatever you wanna do.
I totally understand that. I learned that at 4 in the morning the last 2 nights. But
So-
the thing is, it's number one and then number two.
Right, but those are just the tuners in there. You don't select. This is letting you know, okay, it recorded on tuner 2, tuner 1 is available. If you're using tuner 1 and tuner 2 at the same time, you can only watch something that has been recorded. So if you're watching this, right, let's say you're on play, and you want to skip through the commercial, remember I said that's a 30-second skip, okay? Every time you push, you cannot go further than live television.
Okay, that's a very good one. That's
Yes,
the best
if you could go further than live TV, I promise you I'd be watching a lot of results every Saturday and then running out and playing the numbers. But since you can't. All right, I'm gonna stop it, I'm gonna delete it. Okay. If you have an enormous amount of programming on there that you're looking to delete it one shot, okay, you could go over to edit, and you could select all the shows that you want to delete at one shot. Okay, if you want to save one, you could go over here and select that, and that wouldn't delete. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Go back up here and let's delete them. On this screen, this will also tell you how much recording time you have available to you. This I have to stop recording as well. Stop recording. Okay. Now, if you notice on here, this is telling me I have 54 hours and 59 minutes of HD recording time left and 349 hours, 51 minutes. That. Okay. So this is basically everything you need to know about the DVR on there. I'll show you one more quick little cheat thing for you, which you'll like, hopefully. Okay. Now, if you want to see something that's on later on in the day, everybody is like, click, 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 right? Here's a little cheat thing for you. Let's say you want to watch something that's on at 11 o'clock tonight. Instead of clicking, click, click all the way up to 11 o'clock, you push the number of hours that you want to jump, and then you use the arrow forward here, okay, and it'll jump that many hours. So if I hit 6 hours, an arrow, notice I just went right up to 11 o'clock.
And the 6 is on there?
Oh yeah,
What's
anyway,
on there?
if I want to back it up only.
What's on there that you hit forward arrow?
The arrow.
And then you hit 6.
No,
You
6
hit
first.
6 and then
6
the arrow.
and then the arrows, okay. And
If
that
I
jumps
wanted
it.
to go back,
Gotcha.
let's say only 2 hours, I would hit
Right,
2
gotcha.
and then arrow back.
And what, does it work the same way back or no?
Yes, same thing. I just backed it up 2 hours.
Yeah, okay.
All right, now I'm going to go back to live TV because I want to show you something again in the guide.
It'll save it in the account.
Well, on the guide, this tells you this is today, Thursday the 27th. What if I want to see something that's on Saturday? I'm not going to stand there and click, click, click all the way through.
That's what I hit.
The skip forward button. If I hit that, notice Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Oh, it's
Monday,
skipping you a day at a
Tuesday.
time,
I'm jumping it a day at a time.
24 hours.
Okay? Again, you really need to look for the manuals. A lot of people, you learn by doing. That's how I am. I know adults learn 3 different ways. I'm kinesthetic. I got to get my hands on the equipment. I got to play around with it. Got me in a lot of trouble when I was
Some
young.
people read manuals, other people just.
Taking
fuck
apart my
their way through it.
bicycles and taking apart my cars. But that's how I learned to fix everything. Okay? So, here's something else that you might notice on your remote control. These bottom buttons here. Any television with this unit on there, any of them, I don't care if it's from the 1930s, will have picture-in-picture. Okay?
Oh, really?
And what you do is you can only get audio off the main screen, the larger screen. This comes in pretty good for sports features. Like, let's say I'm on ESPN. I'm going to take pictures.
Okay, you're on ESPN now.
Okay, right. I'm on ESPN.
And you're gonna go in picture on picture.
I'm going to do the picture-in-picture. Okay?
What's
Now-
that button
And you,
called?
and you went to the
PIP,
news 10.
picture in picture.
You hit
I
1
am
and
going
0.
to reverse this now. I'm gonna put channel 10 on the big one, there's a swap button. Okay?
Okay.
So ESPN is playing the small one,
Okay.
and let's say I want another sports channel on there. Let's go with another ESPN channel, college football. Okay? So I got 2 sports shows on there.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna hit that PIP button again. It's gonna enlarge the screen.
Right.
There's also a position button, so if there's something there that you wanna see, you can move it around to different places,
Right.
okay? If you hit the PIP again, you can do side-by-side split shot.
Oh, cool.
So you could have 2 games on at the same time, okay? Hit it again, and it's off. Okay, so we covered everything for your DVR. Did you pick up some good tips?
Yes.
Great. Now, I'm gonna go over, it's gonna go a lot faster now. I'm gonna put it onto the Wally. Okay. Now, that's not good. Okay, great. Small cards in there.
That's what it's saying.
And, you know, I saw this the other day.
Enjoying. Entertaining.
All right. I'm gonna go back to the DVR, but I'm gonna go over the Wally remote control while I reset the DVR.
So the volume thing you cannot have plugged in at the same time as the other.
No, you can. It's just that it's just something that's bothered. That's why you have both boxes in your unit, your apartment, they're both working. It doesn't matter that they're coming off the same because you still have a splitter in your apartment. It was just something with the box itself. All right. This is the Wally remote control.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second?
Sure.
Is there anyone here that hasn't been installed? I have the installation guru on the line, so you can schedule an appointment if you wish. Anybody? Okay, no, everybody's good.
All right.
Thank you, sorry, Scott.
That's all right. On this remote control, okay, it does not do any recording, it does not pause, it does not skip back, okay? It's a simplified remote control. Remember I said on this remote not to touch the white buttons because it'll take it out of the proper mode? On this remote control, you don't see white buttons on top. But if you look on the side, they have buttons. So if you grab the remote control and you push a button, you might accidentally get out of the satellite mode. Sat mode is the first one here on top. Okay, it says SAT. Now, on this remote, the guide button is in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, the guide, that's the guide over there. The DVR button is not applicable. The apps button is not applicable either. The options, you can change screen sizes in there. Okay, the back button takes you 1 screen back. It's sort of like the cancel button on this remote, but another function of the back button, which is really cool, is if you're in a menu while you don't have the View Live TV button on this one, holding the back button down for 2 or 3 seconds will take you out of the menus and back into live television. The recall button on this one will take you to the last 6 channels that you were looking at instead of just the last channel, right? And again, you have your volume up and down, channel up and down, and your keypad, your number pad. When you're in the guide on here, you could flip the entire page at once. Once you're in the guide, you use the channel up and down button, will flip the whole page. Just like on here, on the guide, when I go to this one, remember how I said the arrows move this one at a time? Well, these little buttons up here that say page, these 2 little ones here, if you hit that button, flips the entire page up and down. Okay? So, you have your up and down arrows on the small remote, and you have the select button in the middle. This is the television power button on there, this little silver button. This button will put your box in standby mode. just like the other one did. When you turn your box on in the morning, you may be on the standby screen as well. All you do is hit the select button. If it's taking you back to the menu, all you have to do is hit the back button again, and it'll put you back on a program. Okay. Now, there's other features that could be done, so it could take you right on to television. That would be in the settings on there. It really doesn't make much of a difference. Like I said, you would hit the back button twice, and you're back to watching TV. Sean, you're setting them back to the last channel, right? Okay, so the guys here are actually setting this so when you turn it on, it'll go right to the channel as opposed to the menu. Okay. Is there any questions on the remote controls for either one? Let me see if this is back on there. But does anybody have any DVR questions? Wow, I guess I can learn them all. This should be re-downloading. No, gotta change that out.
You need anyone?
You have a question?
I have a question, I don't know if it's related to that. How often do we update
Oh, it really does.
the box?
Okay, that's a good question. The guide updates on a daily basis. It does it at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's factory out of the box. If you're a person that watches television at that time, maybe you're a night bird, you watch TV at night, and you sleep during the day, the update time can be adjusted. If you're watching television and it wants to start an update, you have the option of halting the update, and the next time you shut the box off, it'll automatically do it. But out of the box, it updates at 3 o'clock in the morning.
How do you shut the box off?
Okay. Again, the box is never completely off. It'll only go into a standby mode. So the top red button puts it in standby. That's the standby mode. And if you notice here, this is giving you a little information. Set locks to make sure your family, blah, blah, blah. And you can toggle through the different information pieces. Notice here, every time I hit the arrows, it's changing. Connect high-speed internet, technical issues. Now, one of the big things that causes an issue are the television not being on the correct input. A lot of people are used to putting their television on channel 3 and using like the Comcast box. Or, you know, if you didn't have a high def one, I saw a lot of little Comcast which utilizes channel 3. So sometimes if you don't see a picture or you see snow and you might be calling in, you need to know what input your television should be on. Okay? These HD boxes, for the majority of them, people are utilizing HDMI. Some people that don't have a high-def television might be on AV, you know, just regular audio video or input 1 or input 2. Okay? You just have to make sure if you see this screen, you know right off the bat you are on the correct input. Okay? Is that accurate?
Yeah, give it a minute.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
When I travel, I turn off the, how can I say, the box.
Okay?
Because, it happened to us twice, the television, if the electricity goes off and on, sometimes my neighbor said your television is on. So what we are doing right now is we turn the you know, everything on the power strip.
Yeah, but I don't recommend that for the box. The reason why is if you shut the power strip, then the box is going to have to reacquire the signal, which is going to take minutes, then re-download the channel guide, which is going to take about 10 minutes. So if there's something you want to watch and you have the power off, you're going to need about 10 to 15 minutes before you can start watching television. So I don't recommend it. Not to mention by shutting the surge or the switch off, if there's an update that the box needs, it's not going to get it.
Well, that's what I'm asking, and maybe I will just unplug the TV.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
The box on.
Okay. All right. For now, I'm going to be quiet.
All right. Anybody have any other questions?
I do. Alexa integration on the Wally?
No.
Alexa with the Wally. That's something new that's just coming out. It's on the hoppers, not the Wally.
No, it's on the Wally.
I haven't seen it.
It's on the Wally. I activate and enable the skill. The Alexa couldn't find Wally. The skill is enabled.
Yeah.
You know, you go to it, you put the activation code, it enables the skill, and then Alexa starts looking for the Wally, never finds it.
I'm not too familiar with that, so I don't want to.
Do you have that pad that I gave you with your name and email
That's
address?
yes.
Add that question to it and we'll get back to you as well. Compatibility with Alexa.
I'm thinking if that.
It is compatible. It's on the website and everything, and the
I understand,
process
but
is
you
working.
weren't able to do it, so we need to make sure. it
So
works.
it will be. So that's why I asked earlier. So it will be.
No.
It is.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
compatible with Alexa.
Oh,
She wants
The Wally. The other one, no.
She wants everybody
The
to
DVR is not, but the Wally is compatible with Alexa. Wally is much newer than the other. That's
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But I did, I connected them. I thought, okay, so what? To format the hard drive. What actually did
So,
format it?
covered a lot with DVR. I mean,
Yeah.
everything on there. The Wally is going to work just like having a regular cable box on your TV that doesn't record. Okay? Oh, there we go. Feel free to fire at will. Don't ask me about Alexa.
It's a cable box, but it doesn't record.
Right. The Wally is a cable box that does not record.
So I have that one in my living room.
Yeah. Okay, and you have the DVR in your bedroom? Alright.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
It's on here.
It is fine.
I know, it is.
Okay.
I have, we want to know about Sling.
Sling. Okay. The Sling will connect, you have to have the Sling connected to the internet. And then the Sling can connect depending on which unit you buy, because they have standard def and high definition. You can go out from the receiver with the HD cable into the Sling box and then Sling out to the television. You access Sling by way of internet wherever you are, then you could actually stream from your box. Okay?
But you do need a dish account for that, right? Because I
Yeah,
connected
well,
my
Sling-
Sling adapter and didn't work.
Sling works with anything. You could hook Sling to a VCR.
No, I'm not talking about the Sling, the separate box, but the Sling adapter, which is what you sell.
The Sling adapter, that's for remote viewing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that little red box
Yeah,
that sits on top. Again, you'd have to get the information from the company. Okay, you have to have a password for that as well.
Now, I have another question while we're waiting. I have from California.
Now,
I
that has to have the dish.
have a box.
Mhm.
Can I bring that box
No,
here?
you cannot,
I mean,
because that is a Dish Network box.
There's no recollection.
This is
There's
Dish
no
Network
receiver.
equipment, but you are not a Dish customer. You're an optical tel
So you
customer.
can't change it over.
No, they don't.
You are with page control, you can talk to them, which is unexpected.
You said something about having a box, some sort of adapter.
This must be, this
Which
is
adapter?
the initialization.
A Sling adapter is a different device than the Sling box. Sling adapter is utilize watching your DVR on your tablet, your computer, and things like that. But again, you have to get all the information from Opticaltel to access it. It's not like plugs. It's not plug and play.
So I can watch TV on my phone or my tablet or no?
Yes, you can with the Sling adapter and your Dish DVR, so long as you have it all set up through the company and have all the passwords for the login. Sean?
It's gonna come, Scott. But I have a question, Scott.
Yes.
You never touch on demand.
Okay, on demand is only on the DVRs. Okay, and it has to have a broadband connection to the DVR. It's a different type of on demand than what you may be used to with like Comcast. The DVR, this will give you 100-something different networks that you can utilize on demand. Like HBO, you could choose your series. Well, if you subscribe to HBO. but there's all the other apps too, AMC and this and that, and you can select the shows that you want to see. Not every show is available on there, but they do have a large variety.
And we, when we're doing the install, we install it through the internet, and we making that,
The DVR would need a wired connection to it.
are we providing that?
Now, only if the DVR is next to it, over the router. That's the only way to do it. If the router is in one room and the receiver is in the living room, obviously it's not going to work if you don't have the wired connection. And then you have to get the Wi-Fi adapter. Everybody know what that is? The Wi-Fi adapter will pick up your internet. Okay? If you so choose, you can get it on Amazon. It has to be compatible with Dish. Notice it says Dish. It is a Netgear router, and Netgear does have this exact model, but it does not work with the Dish receiver for some reason, unless it says Dish. And the way this actually works, it's really nice and simple, because if you're in the DVR, there is a USB port in the back. There is also a USB port in the front over here, but nobody really wants to see the door staying open. Once you plug it in, see, you get a pop-up. The adapter has been connected to the receiver to start using the setup. It's so user-friendly. It's so user-friendly. You just follow the steps. It says set up, you click on that. What this is doing right now is it's looking for all the wireless networks that are around. You would just select your wireless network. Okay? Let's say it's this one over here.
Oh, no, it's not.
These are all the areas.
Oh, no, see why that's an
Some guys
Right there.
And you know,
Okay, now, so I'm gonna go over done. And now I have to enter the password. So you said the password is just Opticaltel, all lowercase.
No, up to hotel.
It's on his shirt.
Okay, so now I put in the password, I go to done. And it's testing it.
You can for 1 second, is this what exactly you want? Is this the exact piece of device that you want?
That is, and the other wire, that's just USB. Okay, so it's $35 through Prime.
okay, so now it's done. Let's do it.
Now, notice it says here success, which means we are connected to the internet. Done. Okay. You don't need a high signal strength for this to stream properly. See how it's like 20, 22? That's fine. Okay? So I'm going to go to OK. So now that I'm done with this, while you have me into all of this, I might as well show you how to access, you know, the DVR button. Okay? Let's say I go to all TV shows. You have to agree to give you firstborn. Now, we're going to go by network. Now, again, you can only access programming that you subscribe to. If you don't subscribe to movie channels, you're not going to get them. It's going to tell you how to subscribe. So let's say you went to ABC? Okay, ABC. there are 42 different shows on here. Okay? So let's say I went to American Housewife. I like that show. It's fun. Okay. This is giving me, there's 5 titles up there right now. On certain shows where they have series, they'll tell you the episode and season numbers. So, I'm going to click on this one, see how it says watch. I'm going to select it. HD is free, watch now. It has to download. Okay? You have to wait for this to be able to switch where you can see watch now. Now, when it first starts streaming, you may only see one signal bar in there. As it streams, it will move up to 4. Notice now, if you go to watch now, I hit select. See how I said one bar? Okay. Here we go, on demand.
You're watching it on demand, so it's free.
Right, well, this is ABC.
ABC.
Okay.
Do it tell you it's gonna cost money?
If it's a pay-per-view, yes, it'll tell you.
Now, can I watch it on the phone?
No.
But
You would
just-
need the sling. You would need the sling adapter. Okay? Then whatever you have on here, you could use. Like, I used to work for Dish and I used to train around the country, and I had on my unit at home the adapter, and I'd be sitting at the airport and I could access my DVR. You could set up recordings,
I'm in my
delete recordings, or
I
watch.
watch the program while I'm in the bathtub on my tablet.
Yeah.
I need this thing.
Or you need a long video cable and a TV.
This thing is $30.
So,
This thing is $30. This thing
notice the
$30
HD stream has
Boom.
all 4 bars lit up
$30.
now. Like
Yeah.
I said, it starts off at 1, it progresses up to 4.
It's
So you're getting HD on demand. There's no charge for it, and it's just you could purchase the adapter and
Now,
then have
one
all
more
this yourself.
If I have my Apple TV in the office, and I want to get USA or A, whatever it says, do I say, because it says authorized to have this account, can I authorize my Apple TV to Opticaltel or not?
I don't believe you can authorize Apple TV to do that.
You know,
They're
they
going to
always
ask
have-
who's your service provider. And the problem with that
Yes,
is
they do.
you're not a Dish Network provider, so you have to get these passwords through Opticaltel.
You always have to
For
talk
your
about your
system.
service.
Right.
And they'll give you the password.
They will walk you through the process to make that happen.
All right. I gotta go to work.
I have one more question on that, if I may. Second screen as you had, because I was trying to use that,
Who's trying to use what?
the on-demand,
Yeah.
and then, my specific case, I was trying to watch Leftovers on HBO.
I'm going to
It
Miami.
brings
now. I'm gonna be in traffic for
you
hours.
said that you can see the season and the
And they have no-
episode.
they have no-
Yes.
How can you set the order for that? Because it comes in alphabetical order.
I hate that. Like,
It goes in alphabetical order, not by.
I hate that.
So the
Oh, no,
episodes
no,
are all
no.
jumbled.
Right, no, it's on the show. For an example, HBO,
Do my best.
you would select, let's say, series.
Yeah.
And then you would select the series you want, like Ballers or Curb Your Enthusiasm, whatever. Once you select that, it'll say season 1, season 2, you have to subscribe to that program.
Of course.
Right. But yes,
They have HBO on the wall.
oh, they do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not the issue. My problem is that it doesn't come separate by seasons.
Okay. I'm
So
gonna
I
show
don't know
you
what's the
on
next
here,
one to watch.
So long as it's on the bowl. And since I got the Wally up, I'll be able to show you Wally on the bowl. All right. I'm back in the DVR. Okay. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to go back to my on-demand. The TV shows, network.
Yeah.
And since HBO is on both here, I'm going to go to HBO. You can see there's 152 different networks. All right, there's HBO. I'm going to go to series. Now it's going to pull up the majority of their shows. If I'm gonna go to Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Is that another one of your favorite channels?
shows,
Shows.
yeah, and it's coming back. It's been in hiatus for 8 or 9 years. It's coming back in October. So you select a show, okay, there it is. Season 1, season 2, 3,
Oh,
4.
But in there, it's not in order.
No, it's not that. Mine doesn't get to there. It's probably the show I'm watching. See what happens.
It might be the show
So
you're watching.
try the left just to see it.
Just to
Oh,
see it. Leftovers.
Again, let me just show you something. So I'm in season 2, right? If I select that, now it's going to show me all the episodes.
Yeah.
See, now this one here is.
Yeah, there you go.
Title 2 of 10. So it's
No, but
But you don't know
used to
what.
say-
When it starts, when it ends.
They used to actually say S2 episode
Episode 3,
something,
whatever,
something,
right?
If you say info,
All
does
right,
it show
so,
you more?
so they must have changed something on there now. Okay. Let me see something.
It just says the release date.
And if you say,
Right, but it used to
Go
actually
to
say
info.
season 1.
Yeah.
Info.
It just has to be released.
I bet you the Wally has that information. Did you try that?
Google it.
Leftovers is on what? Leftovers is on what channel?
It's an HBO.
you Google how many episodes there are.
That's what I did, man. I said, "Hey, Siri, what's the next episode?"
Is Leftovers a comedy?
No, it's a second
You won't
drama,
like it.
man. It's
It won't
horrible.
be one
I'm
of your
stopping to watch that crap. But it was the same. I mean, Game of Thrones was the same. I mean, it wasn't
Okay, you said it's a series?
alphabetical
The
order.
leftovers.
It's a series though,
Yeah,
right?
it's a series.
It's a series. 113 series on it. Boardwalk Empire was good too. Leftovers.
You see that?
L or T?
It's spelled out T. The leftover.
Yeah.
No,
It's probably the. Yeah.
it's
The.
not one of the series that are.
It is.
No, the.
No, I'm not saying it's not one of their series. It's not one of their series that's on.
It is. It is
Or
on
look for
T.
T.
Oh, is it called The Leftovers?
Yes.
Oh. You gotta be a little more
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Seriously, they put your accounting that way too. The seasons. Really, it's seasons.
The casual,
There you go.
the leftovers there.
If we were to put every account in with the, everything would be under T.
Season 1.
Or
Three
the.
seasons of this?
And you didn't watch it.
I never even heard of it. Okay, yeah, it's not. It's just going to tell you the release date. That's it. It's
I'm
not.
curious to see if I know the Wally always has more information. It might say it on that one. You tried it and no?
But the
This is
Wally
on
is
demand.
not on demand.
Ah. But if it's wireless, which you have it hooked up, right? If you connect it, why isn't it on that?
It's well, it has a button on there for apps, but I've never actually tried it. All right. So
I didn't see
you
it.
see how the on-demand works, and it does work nicely because you can watch your shows when you want to watch them.
But you have to have.
Let me try it on the
You have to be connected to broadband. Now
Unless,
that-
wait a minute, unless it's hardwired in already.
Right.
And it's close enough.
Unless it's right.
You don't need to go
If
wired.
your router is right next to the unit, a small cable will be connected right to it. Now I'm
Not
all the
connected
way
to that.
deep in this menu, right? I'm all the way into this thing.
Can you hear
New
okay?
Live TV.
Can you hear okay?
See how fast I got out of that? That View Live TV button, think of that as a lifesaver in case you get lost anywhere.
It's called a save your butt bubble. Because if you, it goes right back, gets you out. You know how you get into a series of where you are, and it's
Oh.
like, put that brings you right back.
Here's the Wally. The Wally looks a little bit different. Right? The guides look different. If I hit the guide on this is what it looks
Good?
like. Now,
Installed well?
instead of saying my channels, this is all subscribed. Same things, okay? And this box has not been set up yet. so usually that's why the screen is cut off and that. Because when we install them in your units, we make all the adjustments for you. In fact, we flip the dials around and everything. Also, some of the channels are different on the Wally as they are on the DVR. Not the major watching channels like CNN or local, but things like the sports and the music channels. Like see on here, channel 99 is where Sirius XM music starts. Where on the DVR, they're in the 6,000. So if I go on here and I highlight that, then we have all channel 99. But the second button, the second number, are the same as what you would have in your car. You have Sirius XM in your car? No? All right. So if I wanted to watch, well, you don't watch. It's just music. Okay. So on here, my favorite channel. You just put it on, and it's just music. There's no video. But you could pick any kind of music. A lot of people like just having music on in the background while they're cooking or doing whatever in the house. So on this box, they're on the 99s. On the DVRs, they're in the 6,000s. But they all work the same. Again, the local channel, same thing on here. You want to watch channel 4, just say 4, pops up on the screen, and then a couple of seconds, it changes to 4. Now, some people, like somebody before had an issue where the screen wasn't showing full size, but that was because it was on a standard definition channel. Standard definition is a smaller screen than high def full screen. So if I put on like 106, which is TV Land, Andy Griffith, you know he wasn't around when they had high definition. See how that picture looks? Okay. For your own knowledge that you have it, there's an option button right on the remote. Hit the button there, and you can go to your display format, and you can do a partial zoom on there, and it fills your screen for you. Okay? Again, be careful of the buttons on the side, if you don't want to be in the correct mode. So always have to use that one. Yes, first one on top. Okay? Now, if you're in the menus, that's the little house button that's on here. And let's say you go into the menus, you play around with the settings. Okay, the View Live TV button on this one is the back button, but you hold it down for 2 to 3 seconds, and it'll take you out of all the menus and back onto live TV. Okay. This is a nice simple remote. Again, you can't pause it. These buttons are not applicable to this. They do any conversions to it where you can utilize it as a DVR.
The other remote works with it too, right?
Pardon me?
Does the other remote work with it too?
With the Wally?
Okay.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the info button is on the remote right over here. Tells you what the program is about, just like the other one. Okay? Does anybody have questions about this?
Can you see if that on? Do you have it hooked up to the internet or no?
No, I never tried it on the Wally.
Okay. I just tried it on my Dish Anywhere because I have it at another location, and it does show the seasons. I was just curious because it's more like the Hopper menu.
Okay. This says the Wi-Fi adapter has been in for the Wally. Try to set up on there. Wireless setup.
Yeah, that's it. Oh no, it went down. There you go.
So colorful.
Oh yeah, that's who's good? Hopper free. Make sure they have it. I think it's last week. They have that stuff too. Now good?
No, this does not, it does not work. I went to the wireless setup, but it's not detecting it. Maybe it was picking up a different optical channel. Well, it's not, this is the only one with it over here.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Okay. Again, the on-demand is truly for the DVRs. They haven't been for these boxes. That was just by getting the back, holding it down. Okay, we went over both remote controls, the Wally, the DVR. We went through extensive DVR training. Are there any questions that you have for me now? Great.
I have a question for Mark.
Oh, I'm glad it's not one.
I have a question for you guys. We have extended cases, and a lot of